so good to be back here in South Carolina, at home of the Gamecock.
The iron Keyshawn soars in from the weak side, however, and flushes that dunk.
There it is.
Driven hard. The Gamecocks will take the series against their rival.
Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Derek Scott. We are at the brand spanking new Carolina Indoor Tennis Facility. This wonderful venue was just opened in the fall, and the Gamecock programs, both men and women, are utilizing it during this rather chilly winter right now. We'll get into that in a little more detail later on in the program. We've also got a lot of Gamecock men's and women's basketball to cover. Also, Carolina track had another indoor meet recently, and we'll show you some highlights from that as well. So lots of ground to cover, as is always the case when we get together every weekend to talk Gamecock athletics. We will start with our PRISMA Health injury update. On the Gamecock men's basketball side of things, Devin Carter looks like he dodged a bit of a bullet last weekend, suffered what appeared to be a hamstring injury. Turned out once the MRIs came back that it's actually a different muscle in his thigh, not nearly as drastic, which meant he didn't miss any time. He was back on the court midweek for South Carolina. We'll show you him in the highlights of both of Carolina's wins this past week. And that is your injury report, brought to you by PRISMA Health, the official team physicians of the Gamecocks. As we said, Gamecock basketball, 2 home games over the course of about 5 days. The first one was against the Georgia Bulldogs. That's a rivalry that South Carolina's men's program has dominated in recent years. Carolina has run off 11 straight victories against the Bulldogs and trying to keep that streak alive at home last weekend. Well, they ran into some early trouble, a double-digit deficit, but honestly, there's not much a 24-0 run can't fix, and that was the case at Colonial Life Arena.
Let's play together. We've done it long enough. Let's play the way we practiced in the preseason, at peace and fearless. And let's go out there and play. And let the chips fall where they may.
I don't make myself bleed for this life and these kind of nights. You just okay, but I'm kind of nice. Yeah, I said it's game time. Baby, I said it's game time. Feel the pain in my voice just right now. Yeah, this is game time.
Lob over the top for Reese, and he's all alone for the lay-in.
Come and ride with a winner. I said it's game time. Yeah, I said it's game time.
Back up to Keyshawn. He'll try a 3 from the left. Lay bottom! Gamecocks transition run out. Devin elevates and flushes.
Sound like a Super Bowl. We got the city on hold. We put on a show. My brothers know this blood and pain made us way too cold. So we gon' die.
Tip picked up by Jacoby Wright. Brings it ahead. Gives to Kustar. He'll try a 3, and that's good for me.
I put that on my hand. I press the button and leave the beast upon the field. So you don't want it, baby, because we treat it chill. Yeah, this is game time. It's game time. It's game time. This is game time. This is game
Crossover dribble. Pull up of 18. Yes! He is in Fuego.
Kusnar behind the back to the rim. Got it! South Carolina has the lead.
South Carolina on a 19-0 run to take control. Here's a Stevenson 3. Oh, yes! He'll hold on to it and the Gamecocks get what they need most of all, a win in SEC play.
Now we'll be unstoppable, unbeatable, unmovable. Now we'll be unstoppable.
Needed that one.
January makes teams go apart and makes teams come together. Winning and losing, at the end of the day, let the chips fall where they may.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by PRISMA Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and Home Team Barbecue, the new location for Carolina Calls.
I need to try it first.
And when the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
I need to try it first.
This is James.
Jimmy!
Mom, Dad, this is James.
James? James Harrison from Roosevelt High?
Jimmy! Yeah! Oh!
You good, Jimmy?
The 2022 Toyota RAV4.
Jimmy!
The RAV for all of you. Right now, get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody, from the Carolina Indoor Tennis Facility. I'm your host, Derek Scott. Across the way at Colonial Life Arena, it's been busy of late. The Gamecock men, of course, 2 straight home games. Gamecock women in the midst of a 2-game homestand as well, first of which came against the Vanderbilt Commodores. South Carolina has dominated that series of late, and after the misstep against Missouri, boy, has this bunch been on point, and that was certainly the case in a dominating 80-35 win over the Commodores. Let's take a look at some highlights.
We're inside Colonial Life Arena in Columbia, South Carolina, the home of the #1 team in the country. Tonight, 10-9 Vanderbilt takes a shot at the top-ranked Gamecocks, who are playing their first game after an 8-day break. Are ready to go here. One of the great atmospheres in college women's basketball at Colonial Life Arena. Miho stepping through the lane for the score. Lily Grissett knocks down the 3. That's her first 3-pointer of the season. Me here from the corner. How about that 3-pointer? And a beautiful pass to Cardozo, who is fouled.
Up-tempo basketball, and I thought it was. I thought from start to finish we had that, and that's a good thing. Our fourth quarter was our best quarter, most efficient quarter, and that's the quarter that we had our second group in, and they've been working together. So it was a great opportunity for them to gain some confidence.
tonight. 85-30 over the Commodores. Don Staley and Shea Ralph coming together. We talk about the balance all night, but Aaliyah Boston able to get yet another double-double tonight.
What a dominating performance by the Gamecocks. Those 35 points they allowed against Vanderbilt, that's the fewest the South Carolina's women's basketball team has allowed in an SEC game since they joined the conference. How's that for a stat? Let's transition a little bit to the Carolina Challenge. That's the second of 3 consecutive home track meets that the Gamecocks have hosted here to get the indoor season underway. Our cameras, once again, were there to catch all the highlights.
All right, Gamecock fan, let's bring her home. Angel Frank, University of South Carolina. Second PR.
Good-looking performance from head coach Curtis Fry's team. In fact, it was good enough to earn some SEC hardware. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later on here on Gamecock Insider. And we're coming back with more of the program from Learfield right after this.
Columbia Craft Call-In Show, brought to you by Home Team Barbecue, proud host of the Columbia Craft Call-In Show.
This is James.
Jimmy! Mom, Dad, this is James. Jimmy!
James? James Harrison from Roosevelt High?
Jimmy! Yeah! Oh! You good, Jimmy?
The 2022 Toyota RAV4.
Jimmy!
The RAV for all of you. Right now, get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. Toyota. Let's go places.
For over 40 years, Sound and Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound and Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound and Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound and Images today.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
Each banner and every trophy
are just symbols of the teammates, staff, and fans that give them their worth. And for us, that also means having PRISMA Health on our team. With more locations, the latest clinical technology, and a team of experts I trust, it's hard to overstate their worth to our team and our state. PRISMA Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Good hard work has earned Haley Arner the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the swimming and diving team, Haley is a sport and entertainment management major with a 3.971 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Stevenson lobs it in for Bryant, who catches and flushes with the left hand. Oh my!
We could use that.
That's your Sansbury. Did you see that play? Keyshawn Bryant, the ultimate high flyer in Gamecock men's basketball in recent years, comes through with another posterization, cocking that one back and getting the big dunk as South Carolina powered its way to a comeback win against the Georgia Bulldogs. Our Terminix Pest Players of the Week, and yes, I said players because we have two folks who are sharing that honor. That's because they also shared SEC Freshman of the Week honors for the Carolina indoor track and field team. Anthony Greenhow Jr. and Jayla Jamison, they were both big performers for the track team, and in the instance of Greenhow Jr., it was in the 200 and the 60 that he shined, and Jamison put up great numbers in the 200 as well. So congratulations to both of them. Transitioning now to the reason we're here. It's the brand new Carolina indoor tennis facility, and the men's team had a chance to really break it in this past weekend. They hosted 4 different matches. They had Presbyterian here, they had Charlotte here, they had the College of Charleston here, and there was one underlying theme in those 4 matches. They all ended with a Gamecock W. Boy, it is great to see this venue put to use. It is such a tremendous facility, and now the South Carolina men's and women's teams are going to be in here a bunch. In fact, going on this weekend, it's the ITA kickoff weekend. LSU's coming to town, a lot of other great teams as well, so it's going to be busy around here. We're coming back with more of Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
What makes a recruit want to be a Gamecock? They want to perform in the best facilities, have a system that provides the best chance to succeed, and a team and staff they can trust. It's no different when choosing where to receive care for your heart. If you want the best facilities, the most innovative treatments, and a team of experts you can trust, for me, it's a clear choice. I choose PRISMA Health, the official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
For over 40 years, Sound and Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound and Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound and Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound and Images today.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this basketball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners will receive pre-game court passes, game tickets, recognition on the video board, and an autographed item signed by Coach Martin. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
We're back on Gamecock Insider, and we're back to talk some more Gamecock men's basketball. South Carolina trying to make it 2 in a row this week at home. The Vanderbilt Commodores are in town. That also meant South Carolina was going for 2 in a row against Vandy and the season sweep against Jerry Stackhouse's team. You know, Frank Martin had not lost to Vanderbilt since the first year that he took over as coach of the Gamecocks way back in 2013. But this Vandy team's pretty testy with a Player of the Year candidate in Scottie Pippen Jr. He was more than enough to keep Vanderbilt in the game, but in the end, for the second time in as many home games, South Carolina had a big second half comeback in it on their way to another win.
This team fights. This team doesn't give in, and that's why I'm enjoying coaching these guys so much. They're fighters too. That's who I am, and when I got a team that fights, I really enjoy coaching them. And these guys, you know, they're fighters.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Colonial Life Arena with South Carolina back at home after a big win over the Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday. They'll try and make it 2 straight against Vanderbilt. Wide open, sets the feet, shoots it, sinks it. Lobs ahead to Reese, who's wide open for another 3 and sinks his second in a row. Tips to Stevenson. Drives and crosses. Back to Reese. 3 right side. Good for James Reese. Boy. Jacoby picks it up. Transition opportunity. Kusnard to the rim. Scores it and is fouled. But there's A.J. Wilson. 2-hand block. Oh, my. Finds Stevenson, right side 3. Splash.
Almost turned it over again. Up to the rim.
He's going to try a 3. Catch and shoot on his way and good.
Nice little 2 wins in a row, baby. Way to get it started. More to go.
Gamecock fans, play 3 points the hard way. Brought to you by Hardee's. If the women's basketball team makes 3 3-pointers in a game, you can score a free sausage biscuit at Hardee's the following day during breakfast hours. Once we hit our 3 3-pointers, stop by your favorite Hardee's, show them the coupon in the Gamecock app, and bam, a free biscuit. Get your biscuit at participating Columbia and Spartanburg area Hardee's. Feed your happy and order ahead at hardees.com.
When the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this basketball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners will receive pre-game court passes, game tickets, recognition on the video board, and an autographed item signed by Coach Martin. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by PRISMA Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and Home Team Barbecue, the new location for Carolina Calls.
We are back to wrap things up on this week's edition of the Gamecock Insider. It's time for our regular feature, On the Road, brought to you by Toyota. It's the Gamecock men's team, basketball that is, that's on the road right now. They left out for this weekend, a road trip to Texas A&M, played the Aggies. They're going to stay on the road, which is unusual to say the least, but the schedule kind of demands it. They will be in Starkville on Tuesday night to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off Eastern time, and I'm sure we'll have coverage of that coming up when we see you again next week. And that's On the Road, brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Time for us to say goodbye. Thanks so much for joining us here from the Carolina Indoor Tennis Facility. Great to get my first look at this fabulous new venue as part of the Gamecock Athletics family. My name's Derek Scott. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next week.
The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Gamecock Sports Network. This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of South Carolina. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of South Carolina and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of South Carolina.